children of God, we need to really wake up and know that we are living in dangerous times. And as the church is playing games and withholding back from preaching the gospel, the devil is seriously mocking the church. The young man you see there says he's a spirit-filled pastor, but at the same time, a human rights defender and an LGBTIQ plus activist, and he even puts Romans 8:1 and is the founder or pastor of that Adonai Inclusive Christian Ministries, as they call it, and executive director of Web of Legacy Alliance Initiative Uganda, which is another organization specifically for the LGBTIQ plus community, as they call themselves. And this is happening in Uganda. And you'll be surprised what these young people are doing. You can see them, they even baptize. The pool you see there in another screenshot that I may not be showing you now is for baptism. They actually baptize people. And what do they say? The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, then heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ. These are homosexuals and gay people saying this. And they were saying, they were celebrating the International Coming Out Day. As you can see what they say, this pastor affirms that all the LGBTQIA plus persons have sacred worth. You know, a lot of this stuff is happening. And they have outreaches. Can you imagine that? This was in October 2021, when for you are only talking about lockdowns and our churches are locked and whatever. They were actually doing missions here. You can imagine reaching out to Masaka here, and they do services. You can see him putting on a collar and calling himself pastor, and the theme is walking in the light of God. And there's a John 3:16 right there. And at the same time, he's here doing his activism. As he says, it was my Friday blessing to participate with dear Adonai Church Administrator Miss Diana in the dissemination meeting for IEC materials on safer sex and condoms for transgender and gender diverse persons conducted by the Legal Support Organization, blah, blah. These people are mocking God to the core. And here you can see what they were advertising actually happened. They had their community mission in Masaka in October. On the 17th, it happened. You can imagine that. It wasn't just a poster. It really happened, and there are people there. And then they went to Ginger. And this is what we are talking about. If you do not support the gospel, the devil is busy supporting his own. Will you make sure that your money is actually supporting the gospel? Can you stop playing games and holding back from preaching the gospel? You need to go to the field and you need to make sure your money is serving God, your car is serving God, your voice is serving God. Let everything you have serve God, because the devil is seriously marketing his own wickedness, marketing all these weird things. And who knew that this can be in Uganda at such a time as this? You may think in Africa we are kind of safe, but we are not. These people are seriously taking ground for their master, the devil, mocking God to the core in this very beautiful country of ours. We need to wake up. Let's support the preaching of the gospel. These people hold services in what they call a church. They actually worship in songs, as they say they are worshiping. And they do everything we do in church. But at the same time, this is what they represent and this is what they stand for in broad daylight. Check their page and, you can see a lot of things there that make you feel God really needs to have mercy upon us. Otherwise, he can just release his full wrath on us, because things are getting really bad. And this is not the first time. I mean, these things have happened since the days of Genesis, when he got mad about Sodom and Gomorrah and all that. And still, they're mocking people up to this day. But the question is, what are we doing? What is the church doing? We are here playing games, holding back money, wondering if we should give or not, just changing cars and thinking about being comfortable with our families and talking about all these funny things that have entered church of how to be convenient and comfortable. But the devil is seriously advancing his kingdom. Let's wake up. Let everything we have serve the Lord and save souls in Jesus' name.